When I was in grade school, we were given small reproductions of famous paintings for art appreciation. The one that I remember best and have kept all these years is a late 19th century painting by Eugene Bernand entitled Peter and John Running to the Tomb. As an adult visiting the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, I was surprised to walk into a gallery and see the painting in person. It shows a young man in white with an older bearded man in a dark tunic and cloak. Against a dawn sky, both straining toward their goal, to see the tomb of Jesus and discover if Mary of Magdala's news is correct, that the body of Jesus is no longer there. I stood a long time in front of the canvas, marveling that my memory of so many years earlier was there right before me. The scene is, of course, the story from the gospel usually read on Easter morning. Father Raymond Brown, in his great commentary on the Gospel of John, would probably want to remind us that the painter took a liberty in naming the younger disciple John, because in our text, he's called just the other disciple whom Jesus loved. Now, leaving aside that scholarly problem, I'm certain Father Brown would want us to concentrate on that phrase, the disciple whom Jesus loved. In his commentary, Brown concludes that the story in the fourth gospel has introduced the beloved disciple into an earlier version of the story in the tradition, replacing an unnamed disciple. When this beloved disciple, loved by Jesus, looks into the tomb, he sees and understands that Jesus has risen, unlike Peter, who's still in the dark. If you accept this interpretation, it's reasonable to ask why. Father Brown's answer is that the beloved disciple who knows he's been loved by Jesus becomes for us the ideal follower of Jesus, with a special insight to see what's before him there in the tomb and to believe. On this Easter morning, may we reflect on how each of us has been loved by God, how that love is reflected in others who have loved us. Love then becomes a new way to see our world and those in it, and to understand how the resurrection of Jesus changes everything.